Hello again, I'm Steve Kime with the City of Enid. Thank you for joining us today for our annual visit to talk about the Air Force Ball right here in Enid, Oklahoma. And my very special guest, Colonel Corey Simmons.
Sir.
Colonel, always good to see you again.
Great to see you.
Before we talk fun stuff about the Air Force Ball, I know there's some fun stuff, but it's got to be a lot of work going on at Vance Air Force Base. Kind of give us just an overview. I know you're trying to crank out a lot of student pilots, and you're just trying to keep up with the demand. So how are things at Vance?
So honestly, things are great. We were charged last year to ramp up our production upwards of 30%. We've been able to do that thus far. If we maintain our track for the rest of this fiscal year, we'll have roughly 370 folks physically walk across the stage as pilots at Vance. Add that to the 33 guys that we sent to Fort Rucker to fly helicopters. We were going to hit our 400 number, which is kind of what we were shooting for this year. We've had lots of visitors to come visit us from the 4-star level all the way to senators. Each of our congressional districts have got to come see us in the last year. And just Monday, we had the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, the senior enlisted member of our entire service, spend the day with us, and he got a full face full of Vance proud. And that was really something that we really wanted him to leave with. And he left with a nice energy and took that all back to D.C. to tell everybody in the district just how great things are going here at Vance.
Well, I certainly appreciate the update. Outside of the gates here in Enid, Oklahoma, we just have this sense of pride that things are going well, things are getting done, and we're just proud to be host to Vance Air Force Base, if you will. So thank you again for that update.
Appreciate it.
Well, it's been almost 12 months since we sat down there and had another visit about the Air Force Ball, which is coming up in September. I think it's the September 21st. Well, right off the bat, just tell us what the Air Force Ball is. Somebody's watching on television here, and they're saying, well, I've heard about it, but this Air Force Ball in Enid, what is it all about? So, Colonel,
yeah, sure.
fill in the blanks.
Yeah, so the Air Force Ball at Enid is a celebration of what it means to be in the Air Force. It is a celebration of the Air Force birthday. It happens somewhere between the second week of August and the second week of October is kind of the span of time frame that we like to have it in. Last year we had it on September 8th, which coincided with my birthday, which was a great party. And for anybody who wants to know, I'll accept birthday gifts this year too.
Not every day you turn 31.
Right, exactly. So the Air Force Ball is our chance to celebrate our heritage. One of the tenets of the things that we do at Vance Air Force Base is demonstrate our culture. And I think the pronoun our matters. It's ours, it's the Air Force's. And in this case, it's Enid's. We have been very blessed the last 4 or 5 years to have an Air Force Ball that we basically put the Stride Center at capacity. That's a great problem to have. Last year we had 650 folks be able to join with us and celebrate that, and I would love the opportunity to be able to say it's 651 or 652 or 750. The Stride Center says that I can go to 850. Challenge accepted. Right? That sounds like an awesome opportunity, and that's what we're hoping to do, to be able to celebrate not just the Air Force's birthday, but to celebrate exactly what it means to be a part of the community here at Enid.
Colonel, oftentimes when you and I visit at city council meetings or even here today, the word partnership always seems to come up. The very strong partnership between the Enid community and Vance Air Force Base. Can you take a step further about the Air Force Ball? Is there a theme involved? Does the theme change each year? Is it about partnerships or?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year we got really lucky with numbers. So last year it was the 71st birthday for the 71st Flying Training Wing. So the numbers worked out really good. 72, kind of hard necessarily to find the right number stick. So we thought, what is the best way to celebrate our partnership with Enid than to just highlight our partnership with Enid? And so it literally is the partnership with the city. We're going to be celebrating that in a number of ways, highlighting all the ways the city has been able to support us over the years, most notably the runway at Woodring, the hangars at Woodring, being able to have honorary commanders who support our students. We'll celebrate all of that, but we'll highlight a few individuals specifically. There's some folks that people don't know are really associated with Vance Air Force Base, and they're going to get a surprise tribute while they're there. We're going to talk about our Partners in the Sky, which is our 9 individuals that are currently our highlighted civics that have been tremendous partners over the years and have been, whether it's their time, their money, their energy, we'll highlight them. And then we'll culminate tonight with, we'll actually induct our 10th member into the Partners in the Sky, and I'm keeping that one a big secret all the way up until the event, so that person can have their moment to be celebrated for us, and be able to have just a little bit of suspense in the night. So that we're really looking forward to that opportunity.
For those that are viewing this interview for the first time and they're somewhat familiar with the Air Force Ball, they realize, okay, there's going to be food involved, there's going to be kind of a special dress involved. We hear that there's special music and so forth. Tell us a little bit about the music that will be provided, because it kind of sets the stage for kind of like a World War II atmosphere, if you will. But talk to us about the music and really just the atmosphere of the event.
So I'll tell you. So when I got here last year in July, 6 weeks later, we're having an Air Force Ball, and I had in my mind what the Air Force Ball is. That's not what this one is, right? This is literally the best Air Force Ball that I have been associated with in my 21 years of service. If you can think of being in the 1940s or 1950s and getting quote-unquote dolled up or gussied up or whatever word you want to use to be able to go have a night out, that's what we're going for.
Sunday best.
The absolute Sunday best. So yes, it's a formal affair, but most people are going to get anxious when you use the word formal. It's not that formal. Right, so the military guys will be in their mess dress, which is that tuxedo-like outfit. But you can rent a tux, you can come in a ball gown if you want. But if you just want to put your Sunday church clothes on and be able to spend time with us, we would love that. Any opportunity to be able to come is going to be great. There'll be cocktail dresses, there'll be formal gowns, there'll be suits, there'll be. If you want to come in an open collar and be part of us, can't wait. Love for you to be with us.
Can you remind us when the doors open? I mean, the program probably starts later on, but kind of walk us through that Saturday.
Yeah, so as you arrive, you're going to arrive to not a maitre d', a valet service. So you're going to pull right up to the front door to a red carpet where a valet service is going to park your car. You're not going to have to worry about that. We'll start the cocktail hour at 6 o'clock. And that'll be about an hour or so that you'll be able to walk through some of the exhibits, because we'll have plenty of historical stuff for you guys to be able to look at. You'll notice up front that there'll be an 18-piece big band ready to go, and we can talk all about that here shortly. We'll have the cocktail hour for about an hour. Our program for dinner, it's a plated dinner that you will have, and then we'll spend some time with our guest speaker. And our guest speaker this year, really honored. Last year, we thought we had hit the home run with the Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General Wilson. Right. I don't want to say I one-upped him, but we may have. And then we got the Supreme Allied Commander Europe.
And this is on tape.
That's right. Yeah, Supreme Allied Commander Europe, General Todd Walters, is going to travel from Ramstein to be with us for the Air Force Ball. And so it's a fantastic opportunity.
So, Colonel, I'm thinking Air Force Ball. I'm thinking the dress, the food, the festiveness, the big band, the music, and just really the fun of the event. Why a guest speaker? Now, you have, as you've mentioned, you've gotten the elite of the elite, the best of the best, to come to speak. But why a guest speaker?
So I come back to that is the one thing about Vance that I would continue to want to do is I want to highlight just how good the relationship is between Enid and Vance Air Force Base. The best way I can do that is to bring the folks who have the most influence in our service to come see it with their own eyes. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened when we had General Wilson here last year. He went back and said, I don't know if there's a better civic organization than Vance. My goal is to have another four-star general say that one more time so that they can absolutely see that we are, honestly, as good as we say we are.
That's a great response. Okay, so who can attend? It's open to the community, or?
Yeah, so it's open to anyone in the community, right? So the tickets are on sale at the Stride Center. They're also on sale at airforceball.com, and I know that seems like that website should have been taken by now, but it's not, so it's ours. So airforceball.com, you can order your tickets. For our civilian guests, it's $85 a ticket. If you have if you have a table of 10 that you'd like to sit with the same folks and know exactly who you're sitting with, we'll actually offer a discount. If you buy the table, it's $750 for a table of 10, so you save $100 on the table. I really want anybody who's ever thought that they wanted to see what it's like to attend a military ball, this is your chance. I promise you that when you leave there, you'll look at your clock, it'll be 10 o'clock, and you won't believe how fast you got there. By the time between 7 and 10, we're going to be able to eat dinner, have a guest speaker very short. He's been put on a short timeline. We'll be able to highlight our partners in the sky, be able to highlight some of the relationships with Enid. We'll be able to have plenty of time to dance, to fellowship, and most importantly, it's the Air Force birthday. We got to cut the cake. And watching your youngest airman in the audience stand next to your oldest in the audience and watching them hold the saber and cut the cake, for me, if you're wanting to demonstrate the culture of Vance Air Force Base and demonstrate the culture of Enid, it doesn't get any better than that moment for me.
And again, we want to remind everyone that the Air Force Ball is just really days away. It'll be Saturday, September 21st at the Stride Bank Center. And as the Colonel said, there's room for 850 of your closest friends, if you will. And you know what the dress is all about. Tickets are $85 for an individual, and the Colonel shared. If you might have a group of people, you want 10 at a table, you can get a deal at $750. So again, what time do you want all your 850 friends to show up?
Yeah, so
or start showing up?
Yeah, absolutely. So the doors open at 6, right?
Okay.
And so if you want to have the full experience, my guess is that you want to be there between 6:30, by 6:30, so that you can have a cocktail if you want it and be able to fellowship before the formal program starts. The Air Force Association is who's the lead for this event, and so folks, one of the questions I get a lot is that if I want to be able to help, how can I do that? It's via the Air Force Association. So George Pankinen and Sean Cummings are our leads on the civic side to be able to from either a financial standpoint or any other way that you want to support. If it's something different than just attending, there's opportunities there as well to be a part of the Air Force Ball.
And I would like everyone to know that besides being the commander at Vance Air Force Base, the 71st Flying Training Wing, the Colonel checked off football schedules. And so all is good, and there's no reason.
Yeah, so I'll say this, Steve. So, I learned my lesson last year, right? I learned my lesson last year. I picked it on the day when Oklahoma played UCLA, and I only got lucky in the fact that ABC put it on at noon, right? So I got lucky. This year, Oklahoma's on a bye week. Oklahoma State's down in Texas playing a game. So for all you folks who told me last year you couldn't come because of football schedules, you're going to have to come up with a different excuse this year.
And you've got to admire the Colonel for taking football in consideration here in Oklahoma. Colonel Simmons, thank you for what you do. Thank you for your service to our great country. Appreciate your support and just really carrying the banner, if you will, for the Air Force Ball coming up September 21.
Thanks a lot, sir. Appreciate the time. Vance proud, everybody. Thanks.
Okay. And thank you for watching. Hope you got that information. Saturday, September 21st, the 72nd Air Force Ball here in Enid, Oklahoma at the Stride Bank Center. We will see you then beginning at 6 o'clock on September 21. Until next time, make it a great day. Thanks for watching.